Welcome to the Yac Pac show.
I'm Molly.
And I'm Cole.
And we're Yac Packers. Cole, let's break it down for our viewers. What exactly is Yac Pac?
Y stands for youth.
Because we're young.
A is for advisory.
It's kind of what we do.
C is for counsel.
It makes us sound professional.
P is for patience.
Because that's what we are and that's what you are.
A is for advising.
Because we like to repeat ourselves.
And C is for change.
Because that's what we aim to do.
So, we told you what our name stands for.
But basically, we're just patients nominated by doctors, nurses, and child life specialists that aim to make a difference in the hospital.
So our show is the 3 E's: educate, entertain, and enlighten.
Speaking of education and enlightenment, Crohn's disease affects millions of Americans, and most of them don't even know they have it. Jenna's here to tell you more.
Thanks guys, I'm here in the special procedures area going to talk to you about Crohn's disease. Crohn's disease is a type of autoimmune disease, which basically means that your body attacks itself in the digestive tract for no good reason. There are many symptoms of Crohn's disease, including fatigue, stomach pain, joint pain, problems going to the bathroom. There are a lot more symptoms, but it's really unique to each patient. There is no cure for Crohn's disease, but there are treatments that work really, really well. There are medications, and sometimes diet change can help, and sometimes surgery, even though that's not the most fun option. But with those treatments, you can go into remission and live a long, happy life. There are a few famous people who have Crohn's disease, including David Gerard, who was a football player for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mike McCready, the lead guitarist for Pearl Jam. Former President Dwight D. Eisenhower. And actress Shannon Doherty. So I think the best way to deal with any illness is to keep your sense of humor. I've done that by making my own colon. It's made out of clay. Thanks guys, back to you.
Did you see those colons?
I know what I'm making when I get home.
Hey, speaking of colons, wasn't the Texas State Guard here at Christmas?
Yeah, Catherine met up with them. Let's see how that went.
Hi guys, this is Catherine and I'm here with the Texas State Guard. This is...
Hi, I'm Corporal Tony Rose.
Sergeant Stephen Gordon.
Private First Class John Google.
And we'd like to know, what is the Texas State Guard?
The Texas State Guard, we're actually a force of volunteers. We serve the state of Texas, and we're actually part of the Texas Military Forces.
So what does it take to be in the Texas State Guard?
It takes somebody who has a good heart, who's willing to serve and sacrifice a lot of their time to help others.
And what are you guys doing here today at Cook Children's?
We're actually running a toy drive out here. It's called Heroes of the Guard. And what we're doing is we go around to local businesses and we collect toys for all the children out here for the holidays.
So what is your favorite thing about being here at Cook Children's?
Well, favorite thing is helping children. Children need to be happy, and this hospital is focused so much at focusing them away from their immediate pain and suffering, so it brings them a little bit more joy.
So what was your favorite toy when you were a kid?
My favorite was Nerf guns. I loved getting with my brothers and playing Army, and it only fits now I'm actually in it.
All right, thank you so much for coming. Back to y'all.
Lots of boys and girls got Christmas presents this year thanks to the Texas State Guard.
And those donations last throughout the year, not just at Christmas.
And now for a quick commercial break.
Meet us back here for the Yac Pac show.
What? What? Say what? 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 What's up, everybody? I'm Sammy, and welcome to What? Where I ask you a question and you try to guess the answer. Now, here's the question. The first passengers to ride in a hot air balloon were A. The King and Queen of France, B. A farmer and his wife, or C. A sheep, a duck, and a rooster. I'll give you the answer right after the break.
We're the Texas Tomcats, and you're watching CLZ TV 39.
Welcome back to What? Now here's the question. The first passengers to ride in a hot air balloon were A. The King and Queen of France, B. A farmer and his wife, or C. A sheep, a duck, and a rooster. The answer is not royalty. It is found on a farm but it's not a farmer or his wife. The answer is C, a sheep, a duck, and a rooster. Back in 1783, the Montogolo Frere brothers tested their first air balloon on a publicity stunt in Paris, France, and the passengers were a sheep, a duck, and a rooster. Stay tuned for more questions, and thank you for watching What on CLC TV Channel 39.
We're back with the Yac Pac show.
You know what I was just thinking about? I really dislike getting IVs.
I wish I knew how to prepare for that sort of thing.
Actually, you're in luck. Jenna's gonna show us how to do that.
Thanks guys, so I'm here to give you a few tips on how to make getting an IV a little bit easier because I know it can be scary sometimes. So my first tip is to, if possible, drink a lot of water. Being hydrated makes it easier to get an IV and it makes your veins more visible. So my second tip is pain management. There are many types of pain management, like cold spray, which is basically just cold water, really cold water, that's sprayed on your skin to make it numb. The second option is J-tips, which use pressurized air to push medicine on your skin to make it numb. The next option is this little guy, which is the Buzzy. It uses vibrations and cold to block the pain receptors. So the last pain management option is the numbing cream, which is basically like a lotion that numbs your skin. So my last tip is to call in your child life specialist. Here's mine, Sarah. They just help make the whole process a lot easier. So those are my tips to help make getting an IV a lot easier. Back to you guys.
That doesn't look so bad.
Thanks to nurses like Michael at Cook Children's, who I actually got a chance to interview.
Oh, really? Let's see.
Hi, I'm here with Michael, one of the great nurses here at Cook Children's. Hi, Michael. How was your day?
Very good, Cole. Thank you for having me here today.
So what's your job mainly entail?
Well, I work on 4P EMU. EMU stands for Epilepsy Monitoring Unit. What I basically do is we have a lot of children that have seizures or seizure-type disorders, and my job is to monitor them all night long and to make sure that if they have a seizure activity that we can stop it, and if they don't have a seizure activity, that we try to record that as well to see if there's something that we can do to help them out here and get them functioning normal on a daily basis out in life.
Wow, that's really cool, Michael. What made you want to work with kids?
Well, Cole, I think that when I was going through school, I worked here at Cook Children's Hospital and really had a good experience with working with children and their family. I just thought it was important. Kids are kind of fragile and kids need a little bit more than some adult patients. I just felt real comfortable around children, growing up with a lot of children, brothers and sisters in my life. So I thought that would be nice to go ahead and work with children, and I've really enjoyed my time here, which is the last 2+ years working at Cook Children's Hospital.
Wow, you've been here for a while, Michael. What makes you stay here?
Well, Cole, I think there's a lot of things that make my job really rewarding. I enjoy taking care of a sick child and watching them walk out the door, healthy of course. But I think in your case, you came in and you really had some bad seizures, and to watch where you were before, really having a lot of problems, to where you are now, had your driver's license and able to drive. I think that's one of the most rewarding things, is to watch a really sick child become a really healthy child and be able to go out and enjoy the rest of their life.
As you know, this is a Yac Pac show. Have you seen any aspects in the hospital you think that Yac Pac could help or change?
Let's think. Now, as you know, I work night shift, Cole. So I think that one of the important resources that we have here at Cook Children's Hospital is our child life specialists. They play such an important role in helping us as nurses to make the child feel as welcome as possible and comfort the child and calm them down in some certain situations. Night shift, we don't have quite the same resources as day shift, but I would love it if we do have maybe a child life specialist who might be able to be available all night long, because we do take new patient admissions all night long, and sometimes at 3 or 4 in the morning, not only is that patient sick, but they're also very tired, and maybe having child life specialists there to help them calm down and help with the admissions process would actually help us out a lot.
All right, one last question. Do you think it's more difficult to deal with older teens than the itty-bitty ones?
Well, let's think of that, Cole. Let's see. I did have a patient one time by the name of Cole who was, he was a nightmare. No, I'm just kidding, of course. No, not really, Cole. Actually, all of our patients, they all have special needs. The youngest patient I took care of was 2 days old, and the oldest patient I took care of was 24-year-olds. So sometimes the teens, you don't you don't listen quite as much. But normally, I go in and I talk to you, and we get things calmed down. And I enjoy taking care of teens because we can have a conversation about school or football or some things like that. But all of our patients are unique, and all of them are special, and I do enjoy taking care of everyone. So nobody's more difficult than the other. But I did enjoy taking care of you, Cole, when you were my patient.
I'm really glad to have you as my nurse, Michael. Thanks for all that you do here. I look forward to seeing you around later.
Yes, sir.
Stay classy, Cook Children's.
This is Tim Hubbard from Firestone. You're watching CLZ TV, Channel 39.
That was an awesome interview, Cole.
Thanks. I can totes be serious sometimes.
We can also be creative, like when I saw this hat just laying over there, and I noticed that it didn't match my outfit, so naturally I put it on. Speaking of being creative, didn't you recently do a craft with Catherine?
Yeah. We did a craft the other day, and it was really cool. Y'all should really check it out.
Hi guys, I'm Catherine, and I'm here with my lovely assistant Cole, and today we're going to be making lava lamps out of water bottles. So the things that you're going to need are an empty water bottle, Alka-Seltzer tablets, food coloring of your choice, vegetable oil, and a cup of water. So to make them, we're going to start out by pouring vegetable oil 3/4 of the way into your water bottle. So Cole, can you help me with that?
Of course.
So these lava lamps are not only science experiments, but they're also a great decor to put in your room at home or your hospital room. And they're very therapeutic, and they're just fun to make. Now that you've filled up your water bottle 3/4 of the way with vegetable oil, you're gonna take any food coloring of your choosing and put it into your cup of water. Cole, would you like to grab some?
Sure. I'm gonna choose green and yellow.
And I'm gonna share the green with you and do green and blue. Each color combination is going to require a certain amount of drops.
Mine takes 6 green and 2 yellow.
And mine needs 4 blue and 1 of green. So the next step that we are going to do is we're going to take the colored water and we're going to pour it into the water bottle. So while you're pouring this, you want to be very slow and very careful so that you don't make a mess.
And you can use a funnel if you're like messy like me. Oops. Or you can still spill it, but you know.
All right, that's good right there. You got it. Good job. So now that you've taken the colored water and put it into your water bottle, you're gonna wanna take one of these Alka-Seltzers, and then you're gonna take the tablet and break it into 4 even pieces so that it's able to fit into the water bottle. So now you're gonna take your little tablet and dump it into your water bottle. And as you see the bubbles start to rise, it's giving the water bottle the lava lamp effect. So there you have it, there's the lava lamp. If it dies down, you can put another little tablet in there to freshen it up. And it's a great thing to put in your room or give to your best friend or anything like that.
I know it would look pretty good in my room.
All right, well, thanks for watching. Back to y'all.
Well, that's all the time we have for today on the Yac Pac Show. We'll see you next time.
So you stay classy, Cook Children's.